I will kill myself. Let's go to court. You're taking somebody to court.
Your BP is high. So you say that his BP is high, he can't make statement and can't.
I am in pain. I am in severe pain. I can't turn this neck anymore. If anything happens to me, the Inspector General of Police should be held accountable.
Over the years, political and economic corruption has become a rising phenomenon in Nigeria. There have been alarming and scandalous cases which have sparked massive outrage from Nigerians and the international community as well. Here are the dramatic performances of those accused of corruption and other criminal acts. Olisametu. Former publicity secretary of the PDP, Olisametu, who is accused of taking 400 million naira from the National Security Advisor in 2014, is facing trial, which has been greeted with an adjournment over his failing health. At the time, Metu collapsed in court. In 2018, Olisametu appeared in court on a stretcher, forcing the presiding judge to adjourn the case. Ayodele Fayose. After his tenure as governor of Ekiti State, he was arraigned in court by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission for alleged money laundering and conspiracy to the tune of 2.2 billion naira. The case, on which judgment is yet to be delivered, was adjourned after the ex-governor sought the leave of the courts to travel to South Africa for medical treatment. Senator Dino Melaye. The senator representing Kogi West Senatorial District has been in the news for the right and wrong reasons, referring to his ordeal with the police. In 2018, he was accused to have killed a police officer and was also charged for attempted suicide. Senator Melaye appeared in court on a stretcher and in a wheelchair. Dino also claimed to be asthmatic and hospitalized while he was in police detention. Bello Aliru Muhammad. In 2016, former national chairman of the People's Democratic Party, Bello Aliru Muhammad, appeared at the Federal High Court, Abuja, in a wheelchair. The anti-graft agency had accused Aliru and his son of collecting money from the $2 billion arms deal supervised by the former National Security Advisor, Sambo Dasuki. Major General Hakim Otiki. Former General Officer Commanding 8th Division Hakim Otiki was court-martialed over the alleged missing sum of 400 million naira, which was said to have been transported from Sokoto to Deji in Kaduna State. The army officer was transported to court in an ambulance and appeared in court in a wheelchair. Brigadier General Paul Boro retired. Boro served as a special advisor to President Buhari on Niger Delta and coordinator of the Presidential Amnesty Program between May 2015 and March 2018. He was fired by President Buhari and arraigned in court by the EFCC alongside Anafi Moriki on a 9-count charge of theft and criminal breach of trust to the tune of 974,768,466 naira and $1,914,000. He appeared in court in a neck brace. Orji Uzokalu. The anti-graft agency EFCC arraigned former governor of Abia State, Orji Uzokalu, and his then commissioner of finance, Ude Jones Udeogu and Company, Slok Nigeria Limited, on an amended 39-count charge of fraud. Counsel to Kano said that Kalu was away in Germany for medical treatment and was advised by his doctors to remain in Germany to recuperate from surgery. Diezani Alison Madueke. A few months after the tenure of former President Goodluck Jonathan, pictures of embattled ex-Minister of Petroleum Diezani Alison Madueke flooded the internet. That she was diagnosed with cancer. Diezani's lawyer revealed that she had to undergo mammary gland treatment in the UK. The EFCC under the administration of President Buhari accused Madueke of money laundering and other corrupt practices with calls for her to be extradited. The ever-bubbling and beautiful former petroleum minister appears to be a shadow of herself as proof of a medical condition. Justice Rita Ajimogbobia. The EFCC had provided an 18-count charge against Justice Ophelia Ajimogbobia, bordering on perversion of the course of justice, grafts, unlawful enrichment, false information and forgery. She pleaded not guilty to the charges. However, she appeared in court with a bandage on her leg. Femi Fani-Kayode. The former Minister of Aviation alongside Nenadi Usman is facing a 17-count charge of money laundering, conspiracy, unlawful retention of proceeds amounting to 4.6 billion naira. Fani Kayode was the director of publicity of former President Goodluck Jonathan's re-election campaign organization. At the hearing of the case, counsel to Fani Kayode told the court that his client failed to appear in court because he had been diagnosed and hospitalized with a heart-related ailment. The explanation for absence brought laughter in the courtroom of the Lagos Division of the Federal High Court. Kingsley Kuku, the former presidential advisor to ex-President Goodluck Jonathan, was alleged to have stolen billions of state funds earmarked for the presidential amnesty program. He was then said to have fled Nigeria to the United States of America after he was invited by the EFCC for questioning. His lawyer told the court that his client did not flee from prosecution but was on medical leave to the US for surgery. Pictures of Kuku on a stretcher being carried into an ambulance and another of him on crutches with his right leg cast in plaster of Paris was shared on social media. It appears that high-profile Nigeria's political and public office holders become sick as soon as they are charged with corruption.
I am in severe pain. I can't touch this neck anymore. If anything happens to me, the Inspector General of Police to be held accountable.
Roots TV, Nigeria.